I think that media is very important right now, basically because of the fact that that's the way that we communicate with others. But most important, I think that through internet we communicate better and faster, and we can know what is happening around the world just like in minutes. So I think that it's very important for us. If we didn't have any type of social media, we wouldn't be able to communicate or we wouldn't be able to socialize. So I think it's essential to our lives. The types of media that I know are print media, which is everything that it's printed and we read, like newspapers, magazines, books, and stuff like that. Television, which is what we see on TV, series, movies, news, reality shows, and also social media or what we see through internet. Um, it's kind of like the same because um, the we can watch the same things that we watch through a television or that we read in that newspaper. We can see it on internet. And we also, I think that another type of media is social networking, like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those apps, because that's the new way for us to communicate. So basically, those are the main um, types of media that I know. I think that media is very important, and because of that has made an impact in the world and in my life. And as an example, um, if you remember what happened in Europe with the Syrian refugees that were going from Syria to Europe, we wouldn't be able to know that if it wasn't for media, for any type of media. Maybe you um, got the information from internet, but maybe your mother got the information from watching TV or reading the newspaper. And by knowing that, by knowing what is happening around the world, we can go ahead and take action. So, for instance, like when something happens, like a natural disaster happens in our country, we can go ahead and make donations and things like that to help others. And we wouldn't be able to do so if we weren't informed what is happening. So media is essential and it makes an impact in our lives every day. So I think that um, it's very important. I think that media also affects the way we think, especially if we only get information from one source. For instance, big media companies like La Nación in Costa Rica or Grupo Clarín in Argentina, they do manipulate information for political reasons in order to gain benefit for that. And um, the problem of that is that if you only want to be informed from their source, from their newspapers, their television, their radio, you will not get the full picture of what is happening. So it can go ahead and affect the way we think, but that depends on us. If we want to be informed, we can go ahead and look for alternative ways to get the information. And that's why I think that right now internet it's very important, because we can go ahead and see different perspectives of people that wouldn't have a voice in these big media companies that, as I said before, they want to manipulate information for their benefit. I don't think that media darkens the beauty of life, that depends on you. But what I think is that if you get too much into media, if you're only isolated to watching TV all day or being on internet all day, you're not gonna be able to enjoy life or to appreciate real life because you're more into what's on the TV or on the computer. But I think that media is also very, it's a lot of help, great help for modern life. And if we need something, we just go ahead and look it up on the internet or maybe watch some program or look it up in the newspaper and we have the solution right there. But if we get too much of our lives into it and we do not socialize, I'm sorry, with real people, then we are missing what is the beauty of life.